Welcome back to another series. If you see me with the same outfit and same makeup, it's because I'm filming two videos for you guys, just so you're aware. Today I'm going to share with you my eyeshadow collection. If you haven't noticed by the thumbnail, that was really hard to do actually. I can already tell this video is going to be long, and don't judge me because I am a collector. I consider myself a collector. Please stay tuned. Stack. This is the Dark Matter stack from Milk Cosmetics. I love these. They're super pigmented, and I really like this shade. If you're going to Fame, they will be there and it will be at a discounted price. I suggest you get it because that's not going to come very often. So Milk Cosmetics Dark Matter stack. Okay, I have two drugstore palettes. This is from Sonia Kashuk. It's all mattes, 20 bucks, very inexpensive, caters to all skin tones for transition shades. Very great if you are a makeup artist or if you just like makeup in general. I mean, you would really like this shade for everyday palette. You know, it has your neutrals, it has your mattes, great for transition shades. This is the Blushed Nudes by Maybelline. It's just this palette here. I do have a tutorial using it. If you see any of these palettes, by the way, that you would like to meet, if you see a palette that you have and you want me to make a tutorial out of it, please let me know in the comments. I would love to do it, so let me know. So I do have the Maybelline Blush Nudes right here. Very nice. This reminds me of the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. Doop. I do have a little Z palette. I only have 3 shades in here. This is a blush from Stilazzi. This is the NYX Prism shadow, the shade Mermaid, and then I have this one down here. The next palette I have is my Z palette, and it contains my single shadows. I do have some Makeup Geek. I do have 2 Morphe shadows, which is this one right here, Date Night and Pink Moscato. I think it's this one, and then these 2 are Stilazzi's, which are very huge. Like, look at the comparison to the Morphe shadows, and they're very inexpensive as well. I do have a Marc Jacobs palette, which is this one right here, very nice shades. This is called the Vamp, and very pigmented shadows. So I do have 3 Lorac eyeshadow palettes. This is the Lorac Pro To Go. I love this palette so much. It's just so easy to travel with. You have your blushes and your bronzer, which the bronzer shade is really nice for us brown skin tones, tan girls, so it just flips out like that. So very nice, easy to travel with. It's just your one and go palette. In the Lorac collection, you have your mattes and you have your shimmers. I don't really use this shade that much, but I do use gold and then pink. What is it? Pink? Oh no. Do use gold and then champagne a lot. I really like Saddle and Espresso, I believe. Oh, Saddle. It's Sable. If you're new into makeup, I would suggest this one to be your first palette. Makeup, this is very like beginner friendly. This is the Lorac Matte. I love these little palettes because they're so easy to take with. I love that they have a mirror. Sometimes they don't really have it, like the Morphe palettes don't have mirrors, so I really like that these do. So these are the 3 that I have from Lorac. I have 2 Kat Von D eyeshadow palettes. The first one being Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, which are all mattes. As you can tell, I love mattes. I like all type of matte, shimmer, satin, metallic eyeshadows. I'm a eyeshadow palette hoarder. Eyeshadow palette is like my favorite makeup item since I first started getting into makeup. So this caters to all type of eye shapes, so it has like a little pamphlet that can also help you too. So I really like that about it. I really like these 2 shades right here, like this quadrant here, I love. I also have an oldie palette. This is the Kat Von D Ladybird palette, another matte eyeshadow palette, which you can tell I love matte. So this is what she looks like, very neutral. I like that it has an orange and a brown, great transition shades, and it has a purple. So I really like this palette, and this is what the packaging looks like. Too Faced is one of my favorite high-end brands. I love Too Faced and their shadows. They're just so cute. Their packaging is adorable. The first one I have to share with you is the Too Faced Natural Matte Palettes. Again, your basic like transition shades. You can tell, you can see this pattern of transition shades and mattes. So this is what she looks like. Another palette that was limited edition. This is a Too Faced Pretty Rebel palette. Oh my god, when I got this, I was like hella in love with it. Like, this shade looks like Insomnia for Makeup Geek. I just love this little quadrant here, and it has like your pops of different colors. I'm like, I'm never going to use that, but I eventually will. But I just really like this palette so much. I don't think it's available anymore, but it's just gorgeous. Like, gorgeous. And I love the packaging. Too Faced never disappoints me with their packaging. Alright, I do have the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette, which is my all-time favorite, as you may know, because, you know, you can never go wrong with this palette. It has your neutrals, It has transition shades, it has pops of shimmers, and good for everyday neutral. I think this is great for the average person. If you're like an everyday day-to use, I would really suggest this a lot. Palette that I recently have gotten is a Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette, and it's just so pretty. It's like pink and stuff, and like it has the hearts, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Another Too Faced palette that I have was a collaboration, and it was limited edition, so I'm sorry if you weren't able to get this, but this is a collab with Vegas Thing. I love this palette so freaking much. It sucks that it doesn't have a mirror, but I don't think it would make sense because like it's like a booklet, you know. But this is a very nice palette. Like it has your warms, it has your purples, your golds, and your glitter. Like, oh, it's so pretty. I have 4 Urban Decay palettes. The first one being again limited edition, the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani collab. I love this palette a lot. Like, I like that the fact that this goes all the way back. It doesn't just stay in one place. Sorry if I blinded you, but again, transition shades. A lot of people have mixed feelings about this, which I do understand, but I honestly really like it a lot just for the fact that they're in circles. Like, the pans are in circles, and for Urban Decay, that's really different because they always have like the strips, you know? So I really like that about this. I have 2 Naked palettes. The first one, Naked 1 and Naked 3. This was my first high-end eyeshadow palette. Like, I love this palette so much. It just has like your metallics and your satins. I should start using it more often. I like that it has the transition shades. I love the bronzy and the gold, and like you get to your rosy tones, you know. I really like this palette a lot. I also have the Naked 3 palette, which was super hyped that year in December. Oh my god, this was like the rave about everything on YouTube. And as you can tell, I like Buzz. I use that a lot. So this is all like rosy tones. And then from the Urban Decay, out of all the Vice palettes, I got the 4th one because it was on sale, and this is what she looks like. I used it already in a tutorial. I really like the shades. Like, people are like, oh, it's ugly and stuff like that, but I honestly really like this just because it's like different. It's something out of my comfort zone, so I really should start using this more. I do have a palette of MAC. This is just single shadows. As you can tell, she's been pretty used up already. I can't tell you what they are because I kind of like messed them up, and some are already shattering. So these are MAC shadows. I do consider Makeup Geek a little bit better. Edition Sharon Osbourne quad, and these are very nice shadows except for this one. I used it with Fix Plus and it kind of like got weird on me. If that has happened to any of you, it kind of sucks because it's like this is expensive, so it's MAC, and yeah, I was really sad about it. This is actually a gift. So this is a Wonder Woman makeup palette that was given to me, the Wonder Woman, and yeah, it's like super purple and really cute, and it's Wonder Woman, so packaging is adorable. I have 4 Anastasia eyeshadow palettes, which one of them I haven't even used, and I feel so embarrassed to say that. This is the Self-Made palette. This is the self-made palette, which is very nice. I like the fact that you have like your shimmers in it. There is only one transition shade, which sucks, which is this one here, Hot Chocolate. But you can honestly make it work if you know, get your little creative juices going. Anastasia's eyeshadows never disappoint me. I'm not down to buy the single shadows. I'm always like, the palettes are just always get me. This is the Shadow Couture World Traveler palette. It's a really long name. This is what she looks like. I do have a double of that other palette, which is Pink Champagne. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, we're good. And then I honestly got this palette because I really like the color Morocco, and I was so mad I didn't get the Amrezy palette, so that's why I got it. The palette I have is the Lavish palette from Anastasia. Oh, it's backwards. And I have Sienna in here, which I really like this palette, and I should be using it more often because of the transition colors. It's just a really nice palette, and that olive green called Moss is just like talking to me. You have the Artist palette, which is very nice. This is like for your pop of colors, out of comfort zone type of deal. You can make it work if like you are used to some shades, like this little corner right here, or like the pop of yellow like in my tutorial. But yeah, I really like this palette. I haven't tried the Balms eyeshadows. I'm really excited to try this again. I just feel like I'm shopping here with my stash. I do have one eyeshadow palette from Smashbox, which I haven't even used as well. This is like that huge, this is a Masterclass palette. This is really big for pops of colors, and I have like your transition shades on this side, your pops of colors on this side, and I should really start using this because this is a gorgeous palette. I have the BH Cosmetics It's Judy Time palette, which was my favorite. I love this palette so much. Judy did such a good time. Judy did such a good job with picking out these shades because this does cater to like the everyday woman. You have your neutrals, you have your transition colors again, you have your bronzy shades, your purples for a night out. Like you can go from day to night with this, which is why I really like it. And again, it has a mirror, which I really appreciate. And it's BH Cosmetics, so it's very inexpensive. I don't think you can find this anymore because they only have the limited edition time for a reason. So they make you buy it at that time for a reason. So yeah. And I do have the Tartelette in Bloom palette, which I do have a review about. I don't want to get into it that much, but great palette. Okay, I have two Makeup Forever eyeshadow palettes, which again I won in that giveaway. I'm sorry if I keep mentioning that, but I won in the giveaway. And I do have the like brighter color one, and I have the neutral one, which is super gorgeous. I'm so excited to play with this. I haven't yet because I had like so many other stuff to film, but I will get to filming a one makeup tutorial with Makeup Forever, so don't trip, it's coming. The palette that I recently got is from Violet Voss, which I do have a video on, and she's so gorgeous, and it's just like, what? It's so pretty. It's from Violet Voss, and it's just a gorgeous palette. I've been using this every day like the past 2 weeks since I got it. It's really nice. Very easy to blend with. Again, for the everyday woman use, I think you would really like it. And for that makeup junkie that's a collector, you would really, really like this too. BH Cosmetics palette. This was my first purchase next to the Urban Decay Naked palette. So this is what she looks like. Like, it's that Coastal Scents. Y'all remember when that was in back then? Yeah, this was my palette. So this is a BH Cosmetics one. And they're very tiny eyeshadows, like now that I'm realizing it. But I made it work. Mama made it work back then. So the last two palettes that I have to share with you guys today are the Morphe palettes. I do have the 35O, which is this one right here, your infamous Morphe palette, which I think is limited edition. I'm not sure. I see it in store sometimes when I go to the actual store, but sometimes it's not there. If you're into, I think if you're a makeup artist, you would really appreciate this, or you freelance. This is really nice, and if you're a makeup junkie like I am, you will like it too. And then last but not least, I do have the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, which is super pretty. Like, everybody went bananas over this palette, and it's for a reason. Like, the pigmentation is really nice. The shadows are very easy to blend. Affordable, at least I think. I really like Morphe a lot, so I have nothing bad to say about Morphe. I love their shadows, their brushes, their everything. So that concludes my eyeshadow collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you saw any of the palettes that you have and you want me to create a look, I'll be more than happy to do it for you. So just comment down below, and I will see you guys in another video. If you like what you see and you want to join our little familia, go ahead and subscribe. Si quieres, only if you want. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.